Liam. I don't know how I forgot that. It's been my name since... how many years? Don't know how I forgot that. Let's begin today with grabbing these feathers.
Oh, hi Liam.
Ah, who are you? Take my feathers!
It's me, Kevin. Are you okay?
I've been forgetting things like my name, my age. I'm telling you, it's driving me crazy.
You tell me.
Tell you what?
What you just said.
Wayne.
Just then. You don't remember?
No, I didn't. Remember what?
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 What? Okay. This is getting out of control. Did you get a good sleep last night?
No, I always forget to go to bed on time.
Well, I'm not a doctor, Liam, but I think when you don't have enough sleep, your brain just can't work as fast.
Well, let's do some exercise to help my mind.
Well, whatever you think that will help. How about we test you with some pictures? What is this?
Gorilla.
How about this one?
Banana. Pear.
Okay. There's nothing there, Liam.
Oh, what's the point? My brain won't work. I can't even remember the name of the fruit that is shaped like this and orange.
You mean orange?
Yes. Can't even remember what's important.
Well, hang on, Liam. That is not true. Do you remember what God has done for you?
Well, God sent His Son Jesus. God forgave all my sins, and God has done miracles that are in the Bible.
Well, that's great. So you do remember the important stuff. How about your favorite Bible?
Yes, I do. I always carry it with me.
You sounds like the Israelites. That reminds me of this story. When the Israelites have to pass the Jordan River, they carry this thing called the Ark of Covenant, who represent that God is with them. As soon as they touch the water stops flowing and they pass the river. Once they are on the other side, they ask 12 people to get 12 rocks from the river and stack them together.
Oh, I see. So they can look at the stones as a symbol of a reminder of what God has done for them.
That's right.
So anytime I'm in doubt or discouraged, I can look at the Bible like they looked at the rocks.
That's right, Liam.
So that is cool. Now, I don't feel as bad. I reckon that's a big idea. On the count of 3, let's shout. 3, 2, 1. I can remember what God has done for us. Good job, everyone. We remembered to say that. Thanks for watching. My name is Liam. See you next time.
Hello, boys and girls. This is an old Kevin. The story of the Israelites who kept the stones to remind them of God's goodness reminds me of what I do to remind me of good things that happen in my life. For example, a family. I have a picture of my family there, and although I can't see them when I want, I still have the picture to remind me, I feel so old now. Look how young Kevin is. The second picture, Kevin driving an excavator. Well, he just pretends to drive. But it reminds me of my first experience at the construction site, which is so cool. There are things that I kept, like pictures, to help me to remember the good times. So I'm wondering if you do the same thing. Do you or your family have things you do to remember events that have happened before? Like family trip. I want you to discuss this with your family. Pause the video and I will stay right here. Okay, how did you go, everyone? I'm sure there's a lot of ideas and each families will do things differently. So why don't we have a closer look to the story? Check out this video about the Israelites' journey as they crossed the Jordan River.
Stories of the Bible. The Israelites crossed the Jordan. This is Joshua.
Hello.
Joshua was the leader of the Israelites,
Oh,
who God would use to take his people into the promised land.
yeah, let's do it.
Joshua readied his people to cross the Jordan River, which was the only thing dividing the Israelites from the land that God had promised to them.
All right. Right here. Okay.
They camped beside the river for 3 days, waiting, just as the Lord had commanded them. At this time of year, the Jordan River was flooded and flowing with so much water that it was impossible to cross on foot.
And then the Lord said, "Let there be light." Hey, priest.
Yeah.
Come on.
God told Joshua to tell the people that the priests would carry the Ark of the Covenant and lead the people through the water. He told the priests to step into the rushing waters,
Wait. Huh?
and when they would do this, the waters would stop flowing.
What?
And as soon as the priests did this, the water of the Jordan River did stop flowing,
Yeah.
and the priests stood with the Ark of the Covenant on dry ground as the Israelites crossed to the other side.
All right.
God told Joshua to send 12 men from the 12 tribes of Israel
Go get it.
to take 12 stones from the place that the priests were standing. When all this had been finished as God commanded, Joshua called the priests from the Jordan.
We're good. Come on.
As their feet left the Jordan River, the waters came back into place, just as they had been.
Wow. Yeah.
They brought their stones to their camp and set them as a memorial, so future generations might remember the story of how God brought his people through the Jordan River on dry ground.
What do you think of that story? What are some things that we do at church to remind us of things God has done for us? Was it important to remember in the first place? These are some important questions, I reckon. So why don't you pause this video and discuss this with your family? I'll wait right here. How did you go, everyone? I'm sure there's a lot of fun discussion going on. Remember, it is good to talk about your question to a trusted adult. Let them help you as you read the story of the Bible. So, I'm reminded of the book of Psalm 136. This chapter is like a prayer, and it goes like this. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever, and freed us from our enemies. His love endures forever. He gives food to every creature. His love endures forever. You might notice this prayer. Look back at the past of the things that God has done for the Israelites. And this helped them to remember that God is faithful. That we can remember things that God has done for us. And that's our big idea. Alright kids, this wraps up our epic series. I can't wait to start the next series for you. I might even have to take a few pictures because old Kevin might forget a few things. Alright, we are all ready to worship. Why don't you stand up and let's worship God together. I hope you have a good week at school and we'll have a great week next week too. See you later, kids.
My heart was captured, sin held me captive. Now 'cause of you, God, I'm set free. I feel like dancing, I can't help moving. I got this crazy joy creeping up in me. Whoa, let's wake the city up. Whoa. When the crowds go home and the hype dies down, we will sing 'cause we're unashamed. Just like Paul and Silas, when I stay quiet, whenever we praise, we sing with voices of freedom. We sing with voices of freedom. We sing with voices of freedom. You give me purpose, you keep your promise. I hear your spirit call to me to be the difference, to live for Jesus, to shine a light now for all to see. Whoa, let's wake the city up. Whoa. When the crowds go home and the hype dies down, we will sing 'cause we're unashamed. Just like Paul and Silas, when I stay quiet, whenever we praise, we sing with voices of freedom. We sing with voices of freedom. We sing with voices of freedom. Whatever the calling, whatever the moment, we'll sing. Whatever the calling, whatever the moment, we'll sing with voices of freedom. When the crowds go home and the hype dies down, we will sing 'cause we're unashamed. Just like Paul and Silas, when I stay quiet, whenever we praise, we sing with voices of freedom. When the crowds go home and the hype dies down, we will sing 'cause we're unashamed. Just like Paul and Silas, when I stay quiet, whenever we praise, we sing with voices of freedom. We sing with voices of freedom. We sing with voices of freedom. We sing with voices of freedom.
Yeah, I got the beat stuck.